Hello, I'm Michael Kane, and welcome to the first of what I hope will be many episodes of Bodhi Talk, a channel dedicated to helping you lessen the stress, overwhelm, and suffering that can make life so difficult, and to help you understand and learn ways that we can heal from past developmental and shock trauma. Through these videos, I hope to help you create a healthier, happier, and more present you who can live life to its fullest. In this episode of Bodhi Talk, I will introduce myself and give you a short overview of some of the topics that I'll offer on this channel in the future. Okay, so I thought that before I give you an overview of some of the topics that I'll be offering in this series of videos, that it might be helpful to give you a quick introduction so that you know a bit more about me and why I'm offering these videos. So about 25 years ago, I began to study and train in the field of yoga and meditation, mostly mindfulness meditation, and got to work with some really amazing and insightful teachers over the years. Became a mindfulness teacher myself, and then about 15 years ago I founded the natural meditation community here on the east central coast of Florida, and continued to train, continued to learn, and then began to really work on myself. I really discovered through being mindful that there was quite a bit of trauma in my own life, developmental, shock trauma, emotional trauma, and quite a bit of reactivity. So did quite a bit of work myself, and really after doing all that work decided that I wanted to really work with that group of people: trauma, developmental trauma, shock trauma, emotional trauma, and really working to help people get unstuck, because it felt so good to be unstuck. All of this really expanded and evolved into the practice that I have today, where I am an SEP, Somatic Experiencing practitioner, somatic therapist, personal development coach, and mindfulness coach. I specialize again in mostly developmental, emotional, and shock trauma, although a big part of my work is really helping people to create capacity for life's challenges, to help with the mind to get unstuck from beliefs that are limiting, thoughts that are limiting, and to really uncover a deeper connection with self and life in general. About 3 years ago, I wrote a book, or published a book, called Pointing to Nothing. You can find that book on Amazon. My intention for these videos, my intention really in life has been the same for many, many years. It's really important that we try to make small changes in the world. If we try to take on the whole thing, all of the suffering and the challenges that we see around us, it's just too overwhelming. But if we can take on just a little piece, we can do quite a lot in the world. We can make big changes in little ways. So for me, my little contribution has always been to create more awareness, more presence in the world, and helping people to do that. Because really, if you think about it, without awareness, it's really hard to make changes. When we're aware of what's going on, we can make changes internally, in the mind, in the body. We can make changes in the environment, in the world around us. But without an awareness, we're really lost. We're really caught in our reactions, in our mind, and we don't see clearly. So awareness and presence, very, very important. I would also say that a big intention of mine is to, as we talked about earlier, creating a sense of capacity and regulation, helping people to be more settled, more open, more connected to self and life. And like I said earlier, to really open to life more fully. Okay, so like I promised earlier, we're going to have a short overview of some of the videos that I'll be offering in the future on this channel. Obviously I can't get to all of them. I have a huge list of great ideas, and I'm going to just kind of give you an overview of some of those, and then even within those topics there'll be other topics. And it's really important to understand that while these videos are really helpful and can really help change your life in many different ways and be quite supportive, sometimes, especially when it comes to trauma, it's important to get some support from friends, from counselors, from therapists, in whatever way you need. It's really important. We are actually beings that are meant to be in kind of tribes and groups and connected. I know that's a really hard thing in this culture, in today's world, but it's really important to find support, good, healthy social engagement and support. So, some of the topics that we'll be going over, or I'll be offering in the future, would be understanding and working with trauma, developmental trauma, shock trauma, emotional trauma, ways of being able to work with them, and being able to create more regulation and settling. Part of that will probably be, in a whole different topic, will probably be somatic experiencing and how that works, and understanding that, and how we can learn to track and be in the body in a different way, not working with trauma necessarily in the mind, but really being able to come into the body and track, and understanding the nervous system. So important. The education alone can be quite healing when dealing with trauma. Another big topic will be creating presence through meditation, mindfulness, different forms of informal mindfulness, things that we can do each day to create more and more presence, to create more and more awareness. As we said earlier, awareness is really the key to making changes in our lives. Let's see, working with stress is a big topic, stress and overwhelm, building capacity, and as Dr. Dan Siegel says, creating a larger window of tolerance. That's going to be a great topic, and one that's really, really helpful. In a way, capacity equals freedom, right? It creates more connection and more ability to be in the world and to feel alive and to feel okay, to feel safe. So that's really important, building capacity. Creating and understanding regulation, right? Creating regulation, we talked about that already probably, and ease in the system, really, really important. When there's regulation, there's more coherence, there's more flow, and things just seem to go better when we're not dysregulated. Working with emotions, that's going to be a big topic. I'm a surfer. I love to use the analogy of surfing, so we'll be learning to surf. We'll be learning to surf our emotions in a really skillful and titrated way, so that we can learn to befriend demons, if you will, or the scary things that we experience in our bodies, being able to befriend them and help things to discharge and move through, so that we, again, become more regulated. creating a sense of safety is a very important subject, and not just an understanding of safety, but a deep core from the inside out kind of sense of safety. Very, very important. Working with anger and rage, that's going to be a big topic. I hope to give you quite a bit on how to work with anger, what I call healthy aggression, and rage. Very, very healing, very powerful, especially in this culture. Working with disassociation, depression, checking out, really being able to work with some of that, more of the low tone or kind of collapsed feelings that we experience. Working with touch, both self-touch and supported touch, ways of using touch for containment, for support, for creating regulation, for creating coherence, for working with trauma. Really important. Touch is a big piece, so we'll be going over that. Relationships and healthy attachment, so we'll be going over and working with that topic as well. Somatic experiencing, we already talked about that. Opening the heart, trusting, capacity to receive. That's going to be a topic that I love to talk about. Opening the heart, very important. Not an easy thing to do, but very important. Let's see, unconditioned awareness or selflessness. Really, it's a bit deeper, but really learning to rest as awareness, if you will. A deeper sense of who we are, not being so lost in the sense of self. So a sense of selflessness, that will be a really wonderful topic. Working with pain. Pain is something that's quite challenging for a lot of us. There's a bumper sticker I love. It says, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. So learning how to be with pain without suffering from pain, that's going to be a great topic. Let's see, grief and loss. That will be also a topic that we'll be going over. So lots more topics than that, but that's just a kind of short overview. I don't want to, and as we're going along, people are, hopefully, you will be giving me ideas. You'll be putting, comments in the down below, and you can start to do that already. Start to give me comments of things that you would like to hear about, things that you'd like to work with in your life that will create more connection and more ease and a sense of aliveness for you. So I hope that you will do that, and as we go along, I'll talk more and more about other topics as they come along. But for now, I think that's good enough, and yeah, I think that and I hope that you're going to really benefit from these topics. Okay, so thanks for sticking with me through this first video of what I hope will be many videos to come. Keep an eye out for the next video. Hopefully it's not too long after this one, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and look forward to seeing those, and I'll get back to you with any questions you might have. Any ideas that you might have, certainly put those in the comment section below as well. Tell your friends, and subscribe, right? I don't know where the subscribe button is. It's probably down here. It might be up here. But definitely subscribe so that you know when the next video is coming. And this has been great. I can't wait to offer you the next video, and I hope that it will be helpful and that you will benefit from all of these videos, and that you will live life to its fullest. And so thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the future, and be safe.